Work on a plan for the Civic Block area of downtown is moving ahead. At a community workshop in June, city staff shared 2 draft concepts for the area that were developed with the input of local residents, businesses, community organizations, and members of the public. Participants were asked to consider how well the concepts reflect design principles set at the first workshop in May and direction of the downtown plan. The participants were very supportive of many of the ideas shown in the plans, including extending the art walk and adding a large central plaza to increase the vibrancy of the area.
Continuation of the art walk as a central pedestrian spine north and south. I mean, I think everyone's pretty much 100% consensus on that, and I think that's great. I think this area will thrive with that, and it'll be a real draw.
I'm liking the central plaza. Most of the groups are coming with the same thing of having central plazas for public space, limiting residential, so a lot more public and civic use, arts, expanding the arts centers and so on.
The Kelowna Community Theatre site was one of the main topics at the June workshop as participants discussed options for location and expansion of this important venue, which is approaching the end of its building life.
I'm the artistic director of the new Opera Kelowna, and we are very excited to be involved in the seeing to it that there is a new community arts concert center. The building is a little bit tired, and I think that if we gave it a multi-purpose vision, it would be the flagship building and attract international people.
Everyone seems to think that the theatre should be part of this district, but they don't want to have the theatre be torn down and not have a theatre for 2 or 3 years while a new one's under construction. So those two objectives are really, they're canceling each other out, or they're fighting against each other.
So far today we got bogged down a little bit on the discussion of the theatre and where it should be, and what area it should span and stuff. So I think there's a lot more work to be done yet, but I think we're heading in the right direction for sure.
Workshop participants also started to look at the realities of developing public spaces and some of the trade-offs that may be needed to realize the vision for the area and fund the civic and cultural development. Trade-offs such as reducing street parking, relocating the arena, incorporating residential and commercial uses, and relaxing building heights.
I don't have an issue with high-rises if they're well developed and good design. There's a potential to get revenue back to pay for performing arts centers and without just increasing taxes. So there is a value in land use to get revenue back off that land as well if it can be done right.
I'm looking at the conversations through the lens of animating potential and existing public spaces. There's a practical side to wanting to animate spaces, which is one of the things that draws people to a downtown area anyway, and the realities of residents moving in and their own expectations.
There will be some trade-offs, no doubt, of the commercial that is not allowed in the trust area. There's a couple of buildings that I believe should stay within the trust area, and they need to be kept up, one being the Memorial Arena. The other side, we're going to have to give up some green space to be able to get a little bit of commercial space into here.
With such big decisions on the table, many participants would like to see more information about the area and the impacts of the ideas. Staff and the consultants are now consolidating the feedback from this workshop, incorporating it into a recommended plan, and performing more analysis of the financial implications and feasibility of the plan before the next round is shared with the public in preparation for a review with council.